Yeah, that's a messy data center.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Gosh, I don't know if I can
Where,
believe it.
yeah. And then there's this T-shirt. What I usually do is I'll wear the shirt
long
from.
sleeve.
Yeah. I'll wear
Wow, we went all out.
How much more does it cost for this long sleeve?
I'm sure at least $10
Okay.
per sleeve.
And I'll wear the shirt from the last conference at the next conference because that's like really cool.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to wear the college sweatshirt from your own college. You want to wear it from some other school. How are we doing on time?
All right, let's just go ahead and get started.
All right.
So I'm Brandy Moore, New York City Owasp Chapter. So welcome all of you. Thank you for joining us today. This is Garth Bruen. I'm going to let Garth introduce himself because I think it's kind of stale to read it out of the program, but he does have a bio in the program. During his talk, I must remind you, please turn your cell phones off and shut up. So be nice. And that's it. Go ahead.
I wouldn't. You don't have to scare them too much. They look like nice people. My name is Garth Bruen, and I am the CEO of newjon.com. And if you're trying to figure out what this name means, it's just no junk backwards. And the theory being that we can reverse the flow of junk. There we go. Oops. All right. What is this presentation going to cover? We're going to answer the question, what is NewJon, aside from what does the name mean? Very, very critical and curious question, why are we still getting spam? And this is very interesting as you look at the presentations at different venues. You don't see a lot of spam presentations anymore. The topic is kind of just fallen away. I think a lot of people have given up on it. And that's unfortunate. We want to talk about the motivations rather than the specific software. We want to talk about what's driving and enabling the problem. We're going to take a quick look at the eCrook toolbox in this little world. We're going to take a look at the failed policy structure that's allowing all this to take place. And we're going to look at what's working and what isn't working. And finally, we have a few proposals that hopefully everybody can jump on. Like I said, it's no junk backwards. And we fight spam with information and policy enforcement automation. Who are we? It's me and my father, Dr. Robert Bruen, who worked at MIT's Jet Propulsion Lab, Nuclear Propulsion Lab, Aerospace Lab. He bores the hell out of me with all this stuff, but you know, he knows more than I could ever possibly learn, and I've gotten all my tricks from him. We're located in Boston and Wilmington. And we started opening the project up to people in 2005. We have over 70,000 confirmed illicit domain terminations, about 400,000 possible unconfirmed terminations. Sometimes the site gets shut down. Nobody's going to tell you who was responsible for the, who created the impetus to do that. And people aren't going to call us up and say, yeah, you shut down my site. 50,000 pending suspensions within the next month or so. We accept about 30,000 junk mail samples from the public each day. It's completely free. Anybody can submit junk mail to us in any country, at any amount. We issue detailed reports to members. There are several different levels of membership. You can sign up and get a report from us weekly telling us what we did with the junk mail that you sent us. And then we engage the industry and government and academia to re-examine the problem. We gather detailed data on illicit networks, and we test it. We use that information to test the internet policy and find out where the breakpoints and bottlenecks are. So we find out what the existing policy is, and then we just bang on it until it breaks. And usually what happens is some administrator somewhere says, stop, stop, stop. So we file thousands of complaints against non-compliant sites, and we follow up constantly. We challenge a lot of misconceptions that are held by the public and some false information that the media reports regularly. And we make direct connections between spam, illicit sites, registration forgery, and counterfeit products. The curious question, why are we still getting spam? Not the question, why is it getting through my filter? Or why does my ISP allow me to get it? But why is it there in the first place? Money's the motivation. Spammers are mercenaries. They're hired by other groups to sell products. The weak policy and lack of oversight, they create a very permissive environment where this kind of activity can blossom uncontested. And technology is delivering the problem on a very, very massive and rapid scale. Criminal groups are pushing fake pills and other illicit products. They pay the spammers to send the junk mail to you that advertises these sites that sell these products. They've developed software of their own that registers and populates thousands of illicit sites immediately and then moves them somewhere else when they get found out. The registrars and ISPs have very lax oversight. They tolerate the illicit sites, and they allow a lot of false data to sit out there to confuse people. And unfortunately, the governing body, ICANN, is not enforcing its mandated policies on the people that have contracts with them. And we're going to get into very specific detail about that. What are some of the categories that are popping up? Diverted, counterfeit, and fake pharmaceuticals. That's number one. I'd say that that's 80 to 90% of the junk mail traffic that we see and the illicit sites that we shut down. Okay? And there's a difference between the three. The diverted product is a real thing. It was supposed to go to a third world or lesser market where it was going to be sold at a lower price. It was then rerouted back to the United States and sold at a higher price. Counterfeit products, people are making fake pills with the real ingredients in them, not always the right amount of the real ingredients. They're not made in sterile environments. People get sick, and they get sicker because they're not getting the full dosage that they're supposed to. Then we've got outright fake pharmaceuticals. We've got flour that's pressed to look like pills. Highway paint has shown up, chalk. I mean, all kinds of nasty stuff has shown up in these completely fake pills. One of the most disgusting things that they do to make these fake pills is they'll buy the real product and then they grind it up with their hands. And then they'll mix it with other stuff, with other fillers, and then just use regular paint to make it look blue or yellow or green. Pirated software is huge. That's so easy. I mean, they're not even sending you the discs anymore. They're just telling you to go to a site to download the pirated software. Very low overhead. Knockoff consumer goods, huge. This has taken off in the past 10 years. And it's not just the luxury products anymore. It's pretty much anything that you can think of, anything that a consumer would want, where there might be some sort of a price differential or, there's a lack of supply. They're filling that. And then imaginary lending institutions. This one has actually dropped off quite a bit. I mean, we're all aware of the huge mortgage issues that we're dealing with right now and a lot of the financial industry fallout. Last year, this one was really, really big. I saw a lot of fake mortgage institution sites out there. I think they got in there quick when the market was up. They got their money, and then they disappeared. What are the economic factors that are driving this problem? Okay? Last year, Consumer Reports did this excellent survey, and they found out that over half a million people were purchasing at least one item sold in spam in a single month. Okay? I mean, think about how much money that if the average unit is